right, Luke, it's review time.
It is review time.
You have been spending some time with the Haymaker.
I have, yeah, the Haymaker headphones.
Tell me a little bit about those.
These are premium headphones. Mm-hmm. They are not cheap. They come in at, what is it?
About $330.
$330.
Mm-hmm.
So these are a Bluetooth and wired headphone. They have active noise canceling. Mm-hmm. But I will say that they are designed to be used without noise canceling. So we actually had a chance to talk with the designer and the maker of the Haymaker headphones and learned a lot of interesting stuff. These are tuned to be used Bluetooth or wired, but mm-hmm. without active noise canceling. So technically, and he's way more knowledgeable about audio than I am. I know a lot about audio, but not as much as him. And active noise canceling actually degrades your sound quality. It's a huge selling feature right now in headphones. Everything has active noise canceling. Everybody wants to block out the outside noise mm-hmm. when they're listening to stuff. But what that does is it creates a certain amount of pressure on your ears, and that actually changes some of the sound quality that you get. Mm-hmm. So these, while they have active noise canceling, because you kind of have to, these sound best with the active noise canceling off. Probably, honestly, to me, I don't notice the difference.
Okay.
But I don't have the sharpest ear of a true audiophile.
Right.
But I wanted to put that out there. The other thing, these have some RGB. They do some preset colors, so it's mm-hmm. not full RGB spectrum. We can't do whatever color you want, but they have a normal spectrum that you have, like the red, blue, white, green, stuff like that.
And that's across the top?
On the top and on the sides. Mm-hmm. And you can toggle that on, whether it's Bluetooth or wired. And they have touch controls on the side, mm-hmm. on each earphone, and there's certain swipe patterns to do different things.
Okay.
So there's a swipe pattern for answering, for skipping a track, for changing the volume, and also for toggling on the lights. Now, I will say that is not plug and play for the most part. Mm-hmm. You're going to spend a little bit of time learning these headphones, but I think it's just like anything else, consumer electronics.
Sure.
Especially if you're spending this much on
yep.
headphones, you're gonna learn how to use them correctly.
Yeah, you'll invest money and time, mm-hmm. and if you buy a quality product, mm-hmm. you may only have to buy that once.
Right.
And it will last you much longer than buying, say, an $80 pair
yep. and
replacing them every 2 to 3 years.
Yep.
These are the types of headphones that you buy it once.
Yep.
Take care of them, put them away when you're done. They'll be there for you.
Yeah. These have, like I said, a wired or a wireless mode. The Bluetooth sounds great. Really easy to set up. Very simple. We all know how to set up Bluetooth now.
Sure.
The wired, for using like with a PC, mm-hmm. there is a little software package to download. So it will work plug and play, but you get the full capabilities if you download that little driver package. The microphone quality on Bluetooth sounds great. I have had no complaints. I did some testing, made some phone calls, asked people what the sound quality was. Sounded great.
Sure.
And it's one of those things sometimes where if you're using headphones, I find, whether it's wireless or wired or anything, you can feel like you're talking very loud because it's hard to hear your voice. You don't get that with these. Mm-hmm. So that's another nice feature to have. The wired has an inline control mm-hmm. for if you're controlling surround sound and a bass boost and a microphone mute, inline microphone mute. And again, No complaints on the sound quality. Wired was playing some online gaming, and everybody could hear me fine. These have two different types of ear cups that it comes with. It has they're both memory foam, but one is a cloth and the other is like a wrapped kind of faux leather. Both very soft. Like I said, they're memory foam. Very comfortable. I found in testing that I preferred the cloth over the faux leather. The faux leather has, while it's just as cushion, as much cushion, I think it doesn't let as much compression maybe as the cloth with prolonged use. So, and you know, that's a user preference. I think based on what you prefer.
Sure.
I don't think that's a miss, or I don't think that's a disadvantage of these.
When it comes to replacing those, how does that process work? Is
It's
it hard?
magnetic.
Okay.
So they kind of just come out and just the other one snaps right on.
Okay.
It's very, very simple to do. It has a USB-C port for charging. Comes with braided cables, very nice braided cables. It comes with a carrying case with a carabiner, so you can put it on the back of a backpack. You can snap it on luggage if you're traveling with it. The case also has some pockets that you can fit more than just the cords in. There's a really deep pocket in the back, and it has access for pass through. So if you were wired and wanted it to stay wired, you can keep it connected while it's in the case. That's a really nice feature. It seems like they did a lot of thought went into what is the best experience you can give your users.
Sure.
With kind of also making it cool. They look very cool. The lights glow, but it's not like obnoxious RGB. It's very it has the Haymaker font on the headband, and that the letters glow, and then the sides are designed with their logo, and those glow really nice. It's not showy. It's not obnoxious. It's a very cool looking set of headphones. They are, like we've said, they are a little bit of a learning curve.
Okay.
So I found myself...
So it's like a muscle memory after a while, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just certain functions where, it's a swipe up and then back and then up for certain things. Or
Do you have any starting point, like buttons or like nubs or anything? Okay.
No. So there's two, or there's one kind of toggle switch, and that's for Bluetooth and active noise canceling and off. But there's no kind of starting point, no pressing. It's all touch. So there's not like if you press in, there's not like a subtle click or anything that we've seen with some touch functionality. It's just truly just a tap or a swipe.
Okay.
But once you figure out where that stuff is and learn it, it's very intuitive. And it works well. It's consistent. That's the other thing that we've seen with other touch based electronics.
Yeah.
Is that they can seem inconsistent, but that also might just be the learning curve.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're just gonna have to learn how to use some stuff.
Yeah.
But these work well once you learn how to use it. I don't really have much more to say about them other than they're really nice.
What about the only question I can think of is there any type of like fatigue from wearing them after a while? Do they have like a pressing on the temples?
No, they're very comfortable. They have full adjustment, so you can adjust. Even if you have, none of us are fully symmetrical unless you're a model or something. But if your one ear is slightly higher than the other, you can adjust that. You can lengthen the ear cup from the headband, and it's they're very easy to use. I did find from the only fatigue, and I mentioned it before, is The faux leather was a little bit uncomfortable, but when I switched to the cloth ear cups, no problems at all. These things are pretty lightweight too for what they are, so it's not like a headphone that you know will feel after prolonged use. It's not like you're like, oh man, and they don't get hot either. So sometimes that happens. Not hot like the electronics overheat.
Sure.
Hot where it's holding in all the
you want to take your ear off and just kind of like wipe it.
Yeah,
it's
feel like you're sweaty. I didn't notice that.
Okay.
And I played some games. I was wearing them for a couple hours, and I didn't have any problem. Which with others, I've ran into that.
Sure.
So I really don't have anything bad to say about these at all. They're very very nice, very well made. Really cool company. They really care about the audio. These things are direct tuned, but even before they were sent out to be direct tuned, they went through the paces of tuning it themselves
in-house.
too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a very modern set of headphones. Has all the amenities that you'll find in competitive headphones. But they really focused on making them the best sounding headphones that they can, and still have all the functionality that you want.
Sure.
It's a really cool company. They're doing some cool stuff, and they really care about giving a quality product. And you can even see that on their website. There's a lot of really good information. And it seems like they, respond to reviews and really want, if you have a problem, they want to help you out. So, very cool Haymaker headphones.
Yeah.
They're pricey, but I would say they're definitely worth it.
Okay. And you can find those at the-haymaker.com.
Awesome.
Thank you, Luke.
No problem.